Hello everyone, Alicia here with another Lightened Up Weight Watcher friendly recipe, and today's recipe is actually from the WW app, and that is for frozen peaches and cream cake. Now I saw this recipe on the app, it looked really good, it looks perfect for summer, really easy, and so I wanted to make this. Now as always, I will be making a couple changes to this, so the recipe builder link that I'm gonna be linking is gonna be reflective of my changes. But anyway, this looks really good, really easy. Wanted to share it with you guys. So let me first get into ingredients and I'll show you what you're gonna need to make this. First off, you're gonna need 1.5 pounds of peeled and chopped peaches. Now you can use fresh like I have here, or you could probably use frozen. I'm thinking between the 4 peaches here, I'm gonna get that 1.5 pounds, but if not, I've got extra peaches. Next up, I'm gonna be using 4 cups of this low-fat frozen yogurt, vanilla. Now this recipe uses a pre-made angel food cake, which makes this really easy. So I'm gonna be using this, it's Overjoyed angel food cake. Now this is a little bit lower in points than what I actually have factored into the recipe builder, but that was as close as I could get because this one is not in the WW app. But this one is 11 ounces. Next up for sweetener in this, I'm gonna be using some of this Lightened-Up Classic with allulose, a 1/2 cup of that. You're gonna need 2 tablespoons fresh lemon juice. You could also use from concentrated if you want. And then teaspoon almond extract and a 1/2 teaspoon salt. And that is all that's in this. Like I said, very simple ingredient wise and really easy looking recipe. So let me go ahead and jump into it. First thing I'm gonna do is get my lemon juice. Again, that's 2 tablespoons that I'm looking for. I'm gonna set that aside. And then I'm gonna get my peaches peeled and diced up. I'm gonna just put them in this container here, this measuring cup. Again, I'm looking for 1.5 pounds, so I'll just be weighing this as I go. I've got my 4 peaches peeled and chopped up, and this is about the size of pieces I did. And those 4 peaches gave me just over 1.5 pounds. It was like maybe a 1/2 ounce over. So 4 medium peaches for me was more than enough for the 1.5 pounds. So now that I've got those all done, I'm gonna take this over to my stove. So over at my stove here, I've got a medium pot on medium heat, and I'm gonna add in my peaches, my 2 tablespoons lemon juice, teaspoon almond extract, and 1/2 teaspoon salt. And then finally my 1/2 cup Lightened-Up Classic or calorie-free sweetener of your choice. Now I'm gonna just stir all of this together. I'm gonna continue to stir this until those peaches kind of mix with that Lightened-Up, and this all just kind of comes to a simmer. This has come to a simmer, so now I'm gonna turn my heat down to low, and I'm gonna just let it continue to cook in here and occasionally stir it for about 15 minutes. I've let these peaches simmer for about 15 minutes and they're nice and cooked. So I'm gonna take a masher and I'm gonna mash about 1/2 of them up. Stir them up. Now I'm gonna take them off the heat and I'm gonna let this come to room temperature. If you wanna speed up the process of cooling these down, you can put them in your fridge. My peaches are at room temp right now, so I'm gonna start with the rest of this, getting it ready to go. And what I'm gonna do is I've got my frozen yogurt here, and I'm going to weigh out the amount I need. You can do it by cups, which is 4, or I'm gonna do it by grams, just so it's a little easier to do. All right, so I've got 570 grams there. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this sit for probably about 5 minutes, just so it can soften. All right, it's been about 5 minutes, so now I'm gonna just take a wooden spoon and kind of mash this up in here, stir it up until it's smooth, and it's gonna be a little easier to work with. Okay, I've got this kind of mashed stirred together. So now I'm gonna just put this aside and let it continue to kind of soften up a little bit while I work on the angel food cake. Now I'm gonna take my angel food cake and I'm gonna just slice it into thin slices, about a 1/4 inch thick. Now I'm gonna take a 9-inch springform pan, and then I'm gonna take about 1/3 of my angel food cake and just layer it on the bottom. Just fitting it the best that I can. Now I'm gonna take half of my frozen yogurt and top my angel food cake with that. I'm just gonna kind of dot it on here at first. And then I'm gonna smooth it out the best I can, all the way to the edges. And if it's not soft enough to work with, just let it soften a little bit more until it is. This is working pretty well. Okay, I've got that all spread out on there. Now I'm gonna take half of my peaches and top frozen yogurt with them. And again, just kind of try and spread those out the best you can. Now I'm going to take half of my remaining angel food cake and place it on top of the peaches. And you can break this cake up to make it fit in there better if you want. I'm going to top that with my remaining frozen yogurt. Again, spreading that out to the edges. My remaining peaches. And then remaining angel food cake. And I've got a little bit of extra. We're kind of just fan this for my final layer. Okay, now I'm going to cover this with some plastic wrap and get it in my freezer, and the quicker the better, because as you can probably see, this is starting to melt and leak through my pan. So I'm gonna get this in the freezer real quick, and you're gonna wanna freeze this for, it says a minimum of 6 hours or overnight, but I will be back once this is nice and frozen and set up. I let this sit in the freezer for just about 6 hours, maybe a little over. I took it out just a couple minutes ago. It says to let sit, I think, for 10 before you take it out of here, but I don't want it to melt. So it's probably been, I don't know, less than 5 that I've let mine sit on the counter here. So I'm gonna open it up, see how it's looking. Take you off the tripod, show you a little closer. Here's what it looks like. I think it's kind of pretty, really. Now again, mine did leak a little bit out, as you can see on the edge, and I actually cleaned most of that off. So it was definitely worse, but yeah, that's pretty. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a serving size of this out, which is gonna be a 1/12, and I'll show you what that looks like and give you points, and then we'll give it a taste. And here's a slice or serving of that. Again, I think it's really kind of pretty. I like the look of the peaches in there with the yogurt and the white angel food cake. Really kind of pretty. So this, a 1/12 of this, or a serving size, is gonna be 6 points. So we'll go ahead and give it a try. Okay, got my husband here. Say hello.
Hello.
This is frozen peaches and cream cake with angel food cake, peaches, and frozen yogurt. Is it good?
Yeah. You want a bite?
Yes, I'll take a bite. It is melting fast. You know, our kitchen is super hot.
Yeah.
Because we do not have AC in here.
So that's, you know, it's very reminiscent of strawberry shortcake, which I'm a big fan of. I love peaches.
Yeah, the angel food and the yogurt kind of strawberry shortcake.
Yeah.
You like the peaches in there, or do you think strawberries would be better?
Well, it depends. It depends on what you're after. So, if you wanted to do a strawberry shortcake dessert,
Yeah, that would be an easy
that would be
switch.
That would be an easy switch, and it would be wonderful. I could tell you that right now. But the peach, I mean, it's just fantastic. So I don't think strawberries would be better. I just think it depends on what you're after.
Okay, 6
This
points.
is like a quintessential summer
Yes, that was what I thought when I saw it.
dessert. Yeah,
That's why I wanted to make it. I was like, ooh, that kind of screams summer.
yeah.
It just sounded good and easy, and it's tasty. 6 points. Worth it?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's a little small, but I think it's worth it as
So
well.
it's there's a richness to it, along with the sweet,
Yeah.
that makes that totally worth 6 points.
Okay.
You know, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. All right, so that was frozen peaches and cream cake. I think that was a success. All right, guys, thank you as always for watching. Be sure to check down in the description box below for a link to this recipe on my website, where you will find the full list of ingredients, instructions, WW recipe builder link, calories, macros, all that and more will be over on my website. But as always, thank you for watching, and we will see you on the next one.